Hey, it is Troy Stavros with Cornerstone Realty Associates here in Knoxville, and it is time for our monthly market update, looking at all the data through the end of July and seeing where we are in the local real estate market in East Tennessee as a whole, as well as Knoxville specifically. So let's jump in and take a look and see what is happening. Okay, so the East Tennessee and Knoxville housing market, there's an inventory surge going on that could create some new opportunities. So let's take a look at this. The market is shifting towards balance and buyers are gaining leverage. So the East Tennessee and Knoxville housing markets are experiencing significant shifts as we move through the summer of 2025, with inventory levels surging across the region and homes taking longer to sell. Both buyers and sellers are navigating a markedly different landscape than just 1 year ago, and especially different than the white-hot market we had a few years ago. So here's what the latest data reveals about our local real estate market through July of 2025. So the East Tennessee regional market is moving towards a more buyer-friendly territory. So let's take a look at the key market indicators that are showing a cooling trend. So the broader East Tennessee single-family home market has seen dramatic changes over the last year. Inventory has jumped 32.4% year over year, providing buyers with significantly more options. The absorption rate has climbed to 4.75 months worth of inventory. That's up from 3.68 months in July of 2024, which indicates a shift towards a more balanced market. The median sales price in greater East Tennessee remains essentially flat at $374,000. It's up just 0.13% compared to a year ago. The average days on the market increased to 64 days. That's up 42% from last year. But even with this slowdown, there are positive signs emerging. So while the market is cooled, there's encouraging indicators. So home sales increased 3.6% compared to July of 2024. Pending sales surged 19% year over year, suggesting stronger activity ahead, and new listings in greater East Tennessee rose 6.3%, showing seller confidence remains intact. The average sold price per square foot in the greater East Tennessee market came in at $222 per square foot, making East Tennessee an attractive option for buyers seeking value in today's market. Now let's take a look at the Knoxville market specifically. The urban core is showing greater resilience compared to the greater East Tennessee market. So the city market is outperforming regional trends. Knoxville's single-family home market, while experiencing similar pressures, demonstrates stronger fundamentals. The inventory surged 46.9% year over year, which is the fastest growth rate in the region. The absorption rate of 2.98 months keeps Knoxville in the mild seller's market territory. The median sales price reached $400,000. That's up 1.27% compared to last year, showing modest appreciation. And the average days on the market rose to 42 days. That's up 56% compared to last year, but it's still faster than the regional average. So urban demand remains steady. So despite increased inventory, Knoxville benefits from concentrated employment centers that drive consistent buyer demand. The average sold price per square foot of $232 per square foot reflects a premium for urban convenience, and stronger negotiating positions for sellers are there. We are seeing negotiation happening. It's happening a little bit less in the urban market, Knoxville in general, happening more outside in the greater East Tennessee area. When we look at the Farragut spotlight, Farragut's premium market faces a unique challenge. Farragut's high-end market experiences distinct pressures. So the Farragut or 37934 market traditionally is one of the region's premium submarkets, but it's showing a little divergence right now that's interesting that we will want to keep an eye on. So the median sales price of $682,500 actually declined 5.57% year over year. The inventory increased 35.8%, creating more competition among luxury listings. The absorption rate rose to 3.22 months, indicating even this desirable area is shifting towards balance. And new listings dropped 25.7%, suggesting that some sellers are waiting for better conditions. So what is driving these market changes? There's multiple factors converging. Several forces are reshaping the local real estate landscape. Number one, affordability challenges. Higher mortgage rates combined with elevated home prices are limiting buyer purchasing power. Second, economic uncertainty. National economic policies, including trade considerations, may be impacting buyer confidence. Third, seasonal patterns. The traditional summer buying season hasn't provided its usual boost. And fourth, inventory accumulation. More homes are entering the market than are being absorbed, and that is creating a mounting supply of homes. So what does this mean for buyers? It means unprecedented opportunities are emerging. For buyers, the current market presents advantages not seen in years. You'll have more negotiating power, especially on homes with 30 or more days on the market. You'll have increased selection across all price points. You'll have time to make thoughtful decisions without the pressure of immediate competition. And you'll have opportunities to request concessions, including repairs, closing costs, or rate buydowns. These are all great opportunities for buyers. So here's some strategic buying tips. First, focus on homes that have been listed for several weeks. Next, use comparative market analysis to justify offers below asking price. You need to give a reason as to why you are offering below asking price, and a comparative market analysis will do that. Third, don't hesitate to request seller concessions. And lastly, act quickly on well-priced, move-in ready homes in prime locations, because if you snooze on those, you will lose them. They are still selling quickly. What does this market mean for sellers? It means that you need to adapt to new market realities. Sellers must adjust strategies to succeed in this evolving market. Price competitively from day one. Overpricing will result in extended market time. Next, prepare for negotiation. Expect to negotiate 2 to 5% off the original list price. Next, invest in presentation. Move-in ready homes still command premium prices, so get your house ready before it goes on the market. And lastly, be flexible on terms. Consider buyer requests for closing costs or repairs. Pricing strategy is critical. Let's talk about that. Review and potentially adjust your pricing after 21 to 28 days if showing traffic is low. Next, consider pre-listing improvements to stand out from increased competition. And lastly, work with an experienced agent who understands the current market dynamics. So, what does the rest of 2025 look like? You can expect these trends through year end. As we move into fall and the winter of 2025, you can expect in the East Tennessee region as a whole, the absorption rate to remain elevated at around 4.5 to 5.2 months worth of inventory. You can expect prices to stay relatively flat with selective softening in different areas, and we're going to look at that in a minute. And then you can also expect continued buyer leverage in negotiations. Now, in the Knoxville urban market, you can expect the absorption rate to be around 2.7 to 3.3 months worth of inventory. You can expect modest price appreciation of maybe 0 to 2% for quality properties, and you can expect faster sales than what you're getting in the larger regional area. As far as market-wide expectations, inventory levels will remain elevated through the end of the year. Days on the market to potentially increase further during slower fall-winter months, and more price reductions and seller concessions becoming standard. So the bottom line, we are in a market that is in transition. The East Tennessee and Knoxville housing markets are clearly transitioning from the seller-dominated conditions of recent years towards a more balanced environment. While this shift creates challenges for sellers accustomed to quick sales and multiple offers, it presents long-awaited opportunities for buyers who have been sidelined by fierce competition and rapidly rising prices. Success in this market requires understanding these new dynamics and adjusting strategies accordingly. Sellers who price realistically and present their homes well can still achieve their goals, while buyers who act strategically can finally find value and negotiating power in their home search. Whether you're buying or selling in East Tennessee, working with an experienced real estate professional who understands these market conditions and the way they are evolving is more important than ever. The market has changed, and your strategy should change as well. If we can help you, don't hesitate to reach out. Okay, beyond that, I just want to show you something that also shows what is happening in the local market and how it is cooling over time. So when we look at this chart here, this is showing us the share of homes for sale with a price cut or price reduction in June of 2025 by metro area. It's showing us the entire country. But we want to zoom in on Knoxville and see what has been happening over time with price cuts in Knoxville. So when we look at the Knoxville, Tennessee market, you can see year after year, the amount of price cuts in the month of June has been increasing. And as of June of 2025, it is the highest that it has been going all the way back to 2018. Pre-pandemic, we were only about 18.4% in June of 2018, 20.7% of the homes had a price cut in 2019, but in June of 2025, 31.8% of homes in the Knoxville metro area have had a price reduction. So this is concrete evidence that the market is cooling and sellers are reducing their prices to suit. Okay, let's jump over real quick and take a look at what is happening in the surrounding counties. I think this is important to look at because you have to remember that real estate is not only local, but it's hyper-local. So we're going to look at some specific counties, see what is happening there. But also, even within counties down to subdivisions, it's hyper-local. So if you have a specific house that you want information on, you need to really dig down to the hyper-local level and get somebody that knows that area to help you. All right, so looking at the counties, when we look at Roane County, available inventory in Roane County increased 23.7% compared to a year ago. Pending sales were up 9.3%. The median sales price in Roane County decreased 7.11% compared to a year ago and came in at $300,000, with the median sold price per square foot in Roane County coming in at $201 per square foot. In Knox County, available inventory was up 42.2%. Pending sales were up 9.3%, and the median sales price in Knox County was up 2.54%, coming in at $399,900. In Anderson County, available inventory was up 42.2%. Pending sales were up 4.7%, and the median sales price in Anderson County was down 3.03%, coming in at $320,000, with the median sold price per square foot in Anderson County coming in at $209 per square foot. Also jumping back, we didn't mention the median sold price per square foot in Knox County in July came in at $230 per square foot. In Loudoun County, the available inventory was up 43.5%. Pending sales were up 58%, so quite a few more pending sales compared to last year in Loudoun County. And the median sales price in Loudoun County was up 3.85%, coming in at $540,000, with the median sold price per square foot coming in at $247 per square foot. In Sevier County, available inventory was up 17.6% compared to a year ago. Pending sales were down 16.1%, and the median sales price was down 0.04%, coming in at $457,000, with the median sold price per square foot coming in at $279 per square foot. In Blount County, the available inventory was up 37.3%. Pending sales were up 15.4%, and the median sales price was down 4.15% compared to a year ago, coming in at $378,363, with the median sold price per square foot coming in at $223 per square foot. Now, the most telling thing about this graphic is that of the 6 counties that we look at on a monthly basis, 4 of the 6 are showing negative year-over-year prices. Only 2, Knox County and Loudoun County, are showing that prices appreciated compared to a year ago. The other 4 are showing that prices depreciated. So that is definitely something we want to keep a look at. When we look over to the graphic on the left, which was last month we had 4 in the green as far as appreciation and only 2 depreciated. This month we moved to 4 had the median sales price fall below where it was a year ago, and only 2 showing appreciation. So we want to keep an eye on that, showing again that the market is cooling, but it is definitely cooling in some areas more than others. Okay, lastly, I just want to take a look and see what is going on with the mortgage market. You can see we're over here, and at the end of July, between July 28th and today, we saw a nice drop in the 30-year mortgage rate. And as of today, we are at 6.56% for a 30-year mortgage on average. So we are getting closer. I think once we get down even further, if we can get to 6%, we are going to see the market open up even more. We're going to see a lot of buyers come out of the woodwork, and we're going to see a lot of homes being sold. So don't necessarily wait for that, because if you're a buyer and you wait for that, then you're going to have a lot more competition. So right now, because of all the things that we've talked about that are good for buyers, the ability to negotiate, the ability to get repairs done, to ask for seller concessions, all that is available now. A lot of that could go away should mortgage rates fall further down to 6% and a lot of other people start entering the market to buy a home. Then competition will increase. Okay. Hopefully that's good information. If you have any questions about any of this, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Whether you're looking to buy a home or you're looking to sell a home, we are here to make it simple, successful, and stress-free. This is Troy Stavros with Cornerstone Realty Associates here in Knoxville. I look forward to talking to you soon.